think the Buddhists have it right with their noble truths, especially making the first one, in life there is suffering. To put it a little more bluntly, happens. Hi, I'm Paul Deeds. I turned 75 in a couple of days. It's weird. It's very weird. I don't know how that happened. I wish I'd learned it sooner, but I eventually came around to the fact that there are some things that I can't control and I can't change. And it's something of a struggle. It's been a struggle. It is a struggle to realize that and just accept them for what they are. I know it's not a new concept, but for some reason human nature seems to fight against it. And it seems like the harder you fight the things you can't control, the harder they push back. At some point, I just got tired of complaining. I got tired of listening to myself complain. I get tired of listening to other people complain. I still gripe, but it's more often lighthearted most of the time, not all of the time. And I still have a tolerance for listening to other people complain, but that tolerance is getting less and less as well. I almost never argue. I listen. I smile, nod when it's appropriate. And then at some point I exit. Life's too short. Getting shorter all the time. Getting shorter faster all the time. I try to let things roll off a little more easily. Again, sometimes I'm successful and sometimes I'm not. That's the way it goes. If it rains, I might grab an umbrella and I might just get wet. You never know. If somebody cuts me off in traffic, I usually call them a couple of vile names and then carry on. It doesn't make me stew like it used to. It doesn't raise my blood pressure like it used to. If Kathy's in the car with me, I usually apologize for my salty language, and she usually accepts gracefully. The Stoics of ancient Rome and ancient Greece have a philosophy that really embraces the suck. Their philosophy, if you'll excuse my amateur way of putting it, is to look forward to adversity in order to learn from it and be able to deal with it better when it comes up. That's a little harder to do. The thing is, we have the power to decide what things mean to us and how much weight to give them. There's a quote from Marcus Aurelius that goes like this: if you're distressed about something external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any time. Meaning, it's up to you. Shakespeare put it another way: there's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. If you think about it, we have the power to give words meaning. Some things have different meanings for different people, depending on how they look at things, what their experience in life is. So, I used to say things like, "That makes me so mad." Well, that's one way of looking at it. The better way to look at it is, I get so mad at that. That puts the onus where it belongs, on myself. If I get mad at something, it's because I get mad at it, not that it makes me mad. It puts the onus on here, not there. I have the control and the power to not get mad. Now, granted, sometimes anger is the appropriate response, but I have to remind myself that it comes from here, not from there. That's not always easy. It can be a struggle, and I don't always get it right. I tend to react hastily at times. When something happens, I have an immediate response to it. And I try as I may, I haven't had much success in changing that, as my wife will attest. But if I let myself think about it, I recover more quickly than I used to. Things don't ruin my day. I don't stew about things like I once did. Or maybe don't stew as much as I once did. my mother-in-law used to have a saying that she would remind my wife of, and she would say, "Don't let other people steal your joy." And my wife reminds me of that from time to time, and that's helpful. So I might close my eyes, take a deep breath, smile, and remind myself, this too shall pass. I try not to sweat the small stuff, and I try to remember it's mostly small stuff. Peace and joy. Till next time. But wait, there's more. Pro YouTube creators will tell the people that are just starting out channels that their first few videos, their first few uploads will suck pretty bad, but to go ahead and do it anyway. Well, as you've just experienced, what they say is true. I am embracing the suck by embracing the suck video. I hope it wasn't too painful for you, and we'll move forward from here, and hopefully the worst is behind us. Thanks for stopping by.